You say slow down. I don't like to move too fast. It drowns the truth with things that are not real, and I really want us to be real with love, love that lasts. In the past I messed up, gave too much. So we were just passing and we saw this young lady selling melon, pumpkin, sweet potatoes, the biggest sweet potatoes I've ever seen. Bae, excuse me. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to show the people how huge those sweet potatoes are. So pretty. Lush greenery. And like this entire area, like this entire field is Escalion. Look. Look it, guys. Good morning. Good morning. It's Monday, June 1st. And the month of June is going to be a spectacular month for me and for you. It's going to be a spectacular month. We believe it. So I'm just starting the day this morning by first. I just got these. I'm going to be trying out the Amika shampoo and condition. And I have the moisturizing mask that I'm waiting on as well. So just packing out some stuff. Let me know if you guys want me to start doing like unboxing and stuff. I got this Kendra Scott earring, which I wore on Saturday. Super cute. So they are these small, cute little, I don't know if you guys can see them. Some little diamond earrings, super cute. Never actually gotten into Kendra Scott before. They're pretty cute, but let me know if you guys want to see unboxing when I purchase stuff, and if you guys help me to get to 1,000 subscribers. Once I get there, I want to start an Amazon storefront, because I've just been buying a whole lot of things off Amazon. I never used to go to Amazon. I usually go to like the direct websites to get stuff, but you know what, these days I have been going to Amazon much more. So let me know. Anyways, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Shanique Beckford, and this is my second channel. Most of you know me from Shanique Beckford Ministries. I decided to start a new YouTube channel because I want to start sharing with you guys, you know, just me, you know, the way that I live my life, you know, beauty, self-care, elegance, luxury, you know, self-empowerment, success, finances, life coaching. If that's what you're looking for, anything that will help you to be successful, to be the best version of yourself outside of just the spiritual side of it. Because I think sometimes we focus so much on the spiritual side that we actually do forget to pay attention to the fact that you need to take care of yourself, you need to love yourself, you need to show up for yourself, etc. So that's what I'm doing over here. So if you are interested in that type of content, welcome and stay tuned. We have a lot of stuff coming up. In today's video, I have asked you guys to ask me questions, and I will be doing a Q&A. So I'll be answering all the questions that you guys sent. But first, it's Monday and I'm just starting my day, and I'm showing you briefly well, you know what, I'm not even going to do that. I'm just getting ready for the day actually. So we're probably gonna speed this up. In another video, what I'll do is I'll do a FaceTime routine, that kind of a stuff. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. Which should be pretty interesting. And I guess the reason why I started this channel was I need your help also, because I don't talk to a lot of people. I don't have a lot of, like a lot of friends. Just, I don't connect with a lot of people really outside of, likes and shares on social media. So I don't have a lot of people to call and say, okay, what do you think? What should I do, etc. And now that I'm cancer free, I want to get into all the organic vegan type stuff, and I don't know where to go. I don't know what to use. So I need you guys to make suggestions down below. And as I said, I want to try out products, organic products, all the beautiful luxury organic, all that kind of stuff. And to take you guys along the journey. Maybe you guys are looking for something also, you don't know what you're looking for, and maybe I'm using something that can help you, you're using something that can help me, and so that is what I want to do. I want this channel to be as educational just like the other one, but more so as it relates to lifestyle, healthy and wealthy living. Yeah, I don't really have a FaceTime routine. I just use two stuff and my bath soap, to be quite honest. And I want to give myself maybe like just 2 more days before I do an actual skincare, because I have been wanting to get into skincare, and every time I get into skincare, it literally messes up my face. So I do have one and two little, bumps here or there. Have some pimples here or there that I really don't appreciate, only because I tried to, implement a new skincare routine. But once I leave my face alone, I'm perfect. My face responds to water and soap, literally, and moisturizer. That's it. So I don't necessarily use a lot of stuff because stuff don't work for me, and that's why I am looking for suggestions, on organic stuff. Do I need to have a FaceTime routine? Because you guys don't know. You guys see me on social media. Maybe you think, I'm that girl. I don't use anything. Why am I using this? You guys see me on social media. Maybe you think, I'm that girl, and I am. But guess what? I don't use stuff. I don't be doing anything. I don't be doing anything at all. I'm just a natural girl. Super, super, super natural girl. As you guys can see, I just started to use the comb a while ago because I'm so used to just sometimes using the comb to brush my eyebrows. But now I'm learning to go slow and romanticize the small things in life, because they matter, and life is not always a rush. Except I have a session at 9, and I do hope that I'm ready for that session. So I need to hurry up a little bit. And then I'll be answering the questions. This, by the way, is e.l.f. Brow Laminating Gel. And this is my face for the day. No makeup. I love when my skin can breathe. And I'm just not doing too much. So I'm going to use the Wild Growth Hair Oil just to oil my scalp, and then we'll come back, make some breakfast together, and I'll go ahead and do the Q&A with you guys. All right guys, so I'm gonna see if I can find some of the questions. I'm filming on my phone, and most of the questions are on Instagram. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram as yet, go ahead and follow me at prophetess_Beckford, or just look for Shanique Beckford. You'll find me over there. I post daily, whether it's pictures, it's content, it's daily question and answers. So for those of you that do know, you can actually ask questions on Instagram daily, and just chit chat on Instagram daily. So if you guys are able to follow me on Instagram, I would appreciate it. So for now, let me take the first 3 questions that's on my laptop, and then I'll get the questions off my phone on Instagram. I have 7 minutes before my one-on-one. I don't know if I'm having a prophetic consultation or I'm having a life coaching session, but when we get there, we'll see. Okay, she's hot. Just having some lemongrass tea. Everything all natural. No sugar, no honey. I don't drink tea with I don't drink sweetened tea at all. I may from time to time, 1 out of 10, maybe add a little bit of honey, but I don't drink sweetened tea because I've been fasting as long as I can remember. 12, 13 years old, I've been fasting at church, and I grew into a lifestyle of fasting. And you know, when you're fasting, sometimes you be hungry, you want to have, you know, just some liquid. So I'm used to having tea without sugar, because you're on fasting, no sugar, no sweeteners. So that's what I'm having, some lemongrass tea. But anyways, first question of the day is, and this is a get to know me. I said make it fun, so you don't have to ask all questions about ministry, that kind of a stuff. Yeah. But I thought this question was interesting. Someone asked, what inspired you to start hair extension business? The Anointed Mom. Hey, the Anointed Mom. Hope you're getting to see my answer. I do not have a hair extension business. I just love doing my own hair, because you know, it saves me some bucks. I don't trust people going in my hair. The talking, sometimes they're doing it too tight, and I don't like the talking. I'm very antisocial. So you know, I've just been doing my hair for myself for a very long time. So these braids, I did it in less than 2 days, only because I slept. I had to take a break several times. I was working in between, so it took me 2 days to do this extra small, I don't know, micro, if you may, knotless braids, and they're pretty neat. I did start, I don't know if you would have known this, because it didn't last for more than maybe 2-3 weeks. I did buy a bunch of wigs sometime early last year or year before last year. I did buy a couple of wigs to start selling wigs, because I love hair. I don't love wigs, but I love hair and everything that has to do with hair. So I did buy some wigs. I sold maybe 2 or 3. I don't think that's my business. It didn't work out. So I wore them and gave the rest away to friends and families. That didn't go too well, but I don't have an extension hair business. Yeah. Maybe in the future, I could definitely see myself having a store with, you know, hair and makeup and beauty stuff. I could see that. But, you know, that's not on my radar right now. Next question. What do you do for fun? That's a good question. I love it. I don't know what I do for fun. I don't necessarily have friends that are, you know, I have 2 friends that are not necessarily close. I don't go out, but I guess what I do for fun, which is fun for me, it's fun for me, but it may not sound fun for you. I love traveling. I have been traveling. I love going to the beach. I just get up randomly, go to the beach. Today's Monday. I went to the beach on Saturday, went to eat some fish. That's what I do. I just hop in the car, go to the beach. That's pretty much. I don't think like I said, I just became cancer free just in January, February. And for the past 2 years, I have been so busy working, and I have also been so exhausted. Had no idea I had cancer, but I was just so tired all the time. So I wasn't doing a lot, you know, always feeling lightheaded, always feeling tired. So I'm never really doing a lot. But every time I needed a break to unwind and to have fun, I would go to the beach. I would clear my carts, you know, wherever it is, my Amazon cart, my Fashion Nova cart, whatever it is. Clearing my cart is fun, okay? But pretty much anything that involves spending time with my husband, you know, my kid, that's fun for me. I want to start doing pickleball, but who am I gonna do pickleball with? I want to go have, you know, coffee dates, you know. Well, not coffee, because I really don't be drinking coffee, but I want to go to like the little coffee shop, you know, have little treats and drink tea or whatnot. But who am I going to do it with? I'm just a solo girl. So right here, right now that I'm cancer free, I have a second chance at life. I'm really just discovering, you know, new things that I like. And in general, I'm really just a chill person, to be quite honest. I'm very chill. I don't like doing a lot. I don't like leaving my house. To be fair, just give me something you know, nice to eat, which I'm getting over feeling for something nice, just give me a nice, you know, series movie I can sit and binge watch, and I'm good. You know, I'm not out in the streets doing too much. Yeah. All right, so another one, the third one is, I hope I'm not taking too long on these questions. I hope you guys don't mind. And if you can relate, please make sure you're commenting. The more you comment is the more YouTube will send out this new channel that we could get more subscribers. When I get to the 1,000 subscribers, okay? Last one, I have 1 minute. How do you balance ministry, motherhood, marriage, business, and everything that you do and manage to take care of you? Okay, beautiful question. No, when it comes to ministry, I haven't been doing too much for a while. As I said, I have not been feeling the very best. And so with that being said, I guess let me just answer generally. When it comes to ministry, I haven't been doing a whole lot as of recently. And when it comes to business, you know what? I just make time for me. I work for myself, and that's the good thing. So if I need to schedule my clients, you know, a week out or a couple of days out so I can relax, unwind, I'm doing that. I don't work for people because I can't clock in on your time. I need to do things on my time. But even when you have your own business, you still need to ensure that you are disciplined, that you are, you know, just doing what you need to do to keep your business afloat. So throughout my usual regular Monday to Friday, as it relates to business/ministry, most days I have, you know, up to 5 or sometimes up to 10 clients. But when I find that it's more than 5 per day, I schedule them out for another week. So early last week, Monday, I had people that were already scheduled for this week. So I'm pushing people out so I have time in between to rest. When it comes to ministry, I'm just now coming back into the sphere of ministry to start accepting preaching engagements, and even so, just minimally accepting preaching engagements. Everything I do, I just do it on my own time, not doing too much, not overextending myself, not saying yes when I know I really should be saying no. I'm just taking it slow, taking it steady, you know, putting me first, putting my family first. My family is always top priority. And whenever I go to do ministry, whenever I travel, I'm, you know, doing business, my kid is there, my husband is there, so we're always having family time. Even in the midst of business and ministry, it is always family time. I'm always prioritizing family. If I go to preach and we're driving for 4 or 5 hours, we're singing songs, we're playing games, we're trying to name cars that start with the letter A to Z, we're trying to name animals, 3 animals. One of the games that we play with my son and my husband is, when we're driving for long distances, we play games like, you know, we go from A to B. I have B, I have A, my husband have B, my son has C, and he's 7. He's so smart. And each of us have to share an animal, at least 3 animals that start with the letter A. Another person shares 3 animals that start with the letter B. We do it for cars, we do it for countries, you know, stuff like that. So that's, yeah, we're always having family time. But I'm going to go and have my session. I'm 2 minutes late because I hope this person isn't watching this channel. I'm 2 minutes late because I'm answering your questions. I'm sorry, I'm very professional. But anyways, let's have this session, then I'll finish the questions.
As kind of frustrated. And I think last time I told you.
All right, so let's go ahead and continue the Q&A that I have for you guys. So the next question from Instagram, Rehan was asking, what's your favorite go-to spot? My favorite go-to spot is the beach, the river, a place with a large body of water. That's my go-to spot. I just love the beach. It's just so comforting. It's the place where I go to also pray and just to, you know, enter covenant with the Holy Spirit, especially the Abrahamic covenant where God told Abraham that he would bless him in accordance to, or as great as the sand of the sea. So I go and I prophesy over the sand. Anyways, that's for another teaching. So what's your first, or let's do this one first. If you were not called by God to ministry, what career would you be in? And this is Summer Breeze. Okay, You know what, at this point in time I've grown, and I've grown so much. So what, I've always wanted to be a private detective, you know, just working in the police force. And I was actually passed all my tests to go into the police department. I was about to go in for training, and something happened that made me change my mind. So that's what I would have been doing. Something that I am still working on, even though I'm in ministry, is psychology, clinical psychology. So that's what I think that's what I would be doing if I wasn't doing ministry. I am an entrepreneur. I love entrepreneurship, and even as it relates to, you know, clinical psychology, it absolutely is not working for someone. Absolutely not working for someone. But I love what I do. I love serving the Lord. I love ministry. It's a blessing. It fills my soul. It's very filling. What was your first spiritual encounter? That's Summer Breeze again. Okay. My first encounter, I've had so many encounters. The first was at church. I was taken to heaven, saw angels, but I don't want to share that one. The first encounter that I want to share is the one that literally made my life pivot when I came into ministry. My first encounter was the Holy Spirit, you know, telling me to leave my job to go into full-time ministry. I was fighting it. They ended up putting me on suspension. The Holy Spirit said, you gonna leave or I'm gonna cause them to fire you. So they put me on suspension. And, you know, while on suspension, I had an encounter maybe 4 a.m. in the morning. And my roof was gone. I remember my literal roof was completely missing. And I found myself in heaven, a grand tour of heaven. The presence of God was so great, so mighty in my room that I remember just getting up to go to the bar. I laid in that bed staring into heaven through my roof from 4 a.m. When it got to about 6 approaching 7 a.m. 3 hours later, I wanted to go to the bathroom, but the glory of God was so thick. We use the glory and the presence of God interchangeably because most people don't understand the difference, but the glory of God, which was the presence of God, was so tangible. When I got out of bed, put my foot on the floor, it's like I literally stepped onto fire. I had to get back into bed real quickly. And I laid there for a little while, you know, just allowing the Holy Spirit to talk to me, to pour into me. And that was the encounter that literally brought me to the point of quitting the 9-to-5, going into ministry. And you know, I did ministry until I became tired because it was so much. But that was my first encounter. I don't know, maybe if you guys want me to talk more about it in more depth at some point in time, just comment below and let me know. What's your favorite food and why? Right now, my favorite food is sweet potato and steamed fish because I'm on a healthy journey. But in real life, my favorite food is fries and chicken. My favorite food is fries. I love fries and chicken, okay? I love me some fries and chicken. I think I like, you know, the normal rice and peas with maybe some oxtail. Of course I love my oxtail, but I love fries and chicken, okay? I think my favorite is just going to be fries and chicken. And number 2, you know what, let's put it this way, my favorite meal is this. Because if my husband was here, he would say, that's not your favorite meal. My favorite meal is roasted and fried breadfruit with ackee and saltfish. Oh my God. Roasted breadfruit with ackee and saltfish. That's my favorite meal. Number 2 is fries and chicken. Then number 3 is some rice and peas and oxtail with vegetable on the side. Chef's kiss. Oh God, this is going to cancel my thing. Hello? Alright, so yeah, that's my favorite food. Next question. Your preparation as a prophet and a mentor or here. Okay, so your preparation as a prophet and your mentor or spiritual parent, your childhood and family office origin. I guess I'll do that in the whole video all by itself, talking about maybe my childhood and family office origin. From my grandfather's side, the men are in ministry. My uncles are pastors and major bishops. But we'll talk about it another time. How many books do you have out? So I have maybe 13 or 14 books on Amazon, and they all are doing tremendously well. I just don't always have the time to promote all my books because I'm always promoting or doing so much, but they are always pinned in my description and they are doing tremendously well. This is why I love doing life coaching and encouraging people to write your book, start your life coaching business, because when you do that, you're able to attract a crowd, attract an audience. You're able to sell your book. You can actually make thousands of dollars per month from your books, and so my books have been doing tremendously well. So if you have questions about your book, your life coaching, etc., you can book your one-on-one. We'll talk about it. But I have maybe 13-14 books. I've lost count, to be honest. Yeah. Aloy, I don't know if I'm calling your name correct. 2815, what's your skin routine? So I was sharing earlier that I do not have a skin routine. I want to have one. I want you guys to comment below, do you think I need a skin routine? If I need a skin routine, why? Is there something specific I need to be using on my face as I age? Please let me know, because I see everybody talking about skincare routine, doing skincare. The only thing I do is moisturize. My skin needs the moisturizer. I love the moisturized look. That's the only thing that I do. As you guys can see, I have a pimple here. These two, because I started using I think salicylic acid 2%, and I've only used it 3 times. The moment I started using it with retinol 1%, I think I started to have the bumps. Outside of that, before I found out I had cancer, I was using Anua Korean products, and they did the same thing. Give me 2 days, just give me 2 or 3 days, my face will be clean, and as long as I don't use anything at all, my face will be perfectly clean. So now I'm dealing with this only because I tried something. My face does not respond to anything. My face is flawless, beautiful, glowing when I just drink my natural juices, drink my water, and that's all I've been doing, and I'm continuing to do that. So what led to the call of God, his mandate for you? I've always wanted to be a pastor at 6, 7, 8, all the way in prep school, kindergarten, high school. I've just always wanted to be a pastor because I knew the call of God was on my life, and I pursued that. I went to do business at first. I was also pursuing at one time becoming an air hostess, and the Holy Spirit pulled me out. I was maybe a year or so in. The Holy Spirit pulled me out of that college, and I went straight to seminary, to Bible school. So then I went straight into pastoral ministry. So I've just always known I've had that call. In another video we could probably sit and talk about that also. All right, so what else is there? Let's do 2 more. How do you balance ministry, family life? I already answered that. Would you consider yourself a girly gal? So listen to this question. How do you balance ministry with your family? Answered that. Would you consider yourself a girly gal or more low maintenance? Do you have a few or many girlfriends, or more of a loner? Thanks for all you share. I'm excited for the new chapter. Thank you so much for supporting. So, do I consider myself a girly gal? I'm absolutely becoming a girly girl. I was always a tomboy. I was a gangster. Like, when you say gangster, you say Shanique. I say gangster, you say Shanique. I was that girl. But you know what? I don't know if it has to do with growing up, or it just has to do with maturing, or it has to do with just you coming into a period of your life where you're becoming successful, you're becoming mature, you're becoming more knowledgeable of certain things, you're finding your identity. That's what it is. Identity is what it is. And just wanting to relax. I think I've been through a lot of struggles, a lot of hardship. I've endured a lot. I've done a lot of work, and now I'm just in an era of my life where I found myself, I'm still becoming, which is why I started the channel, so we could talk about skincare, makeup, just being successful and beautiful and soft, elegant, etc. I am becoming a girly gal. I'm assuming that Doree is from the Caribbean, because ain't nobody else call a girl a gal, or maybe Africa. And when we say gal, like hot gal, it's not in a derogative or a bad way. But yeah, I am becoming a girly girl. So I'm going to share with you all the girly stuff that I do. Do you have a few or many girlfriends? I have 2 friends. We just became friends, actually, like recently became friends. Hasn't been a couple of years or anything, but I don't have a lot of friends. I'm just a loner. I'm a loner, trust me. I'm a loner. There's one last question. It's so long. There's so many. This person has so many questions. Sumuk. All right, what part of Jamaica are you from? I'm naturally from Clarendon / Manchester. Spent most of my time in Montego Bay and Kingston since I got older. When did you receive the call into the prophetic office? We'll talk about it in another video, since a lot of persons are asking that question. Did someone call out your prophetic gift? I'll answer that in the same video. We'll do that soon. The person is also asking, do you use praise and worship heavily to flow while doing prophetic and deliverance? Yes and no, it depends. Having a good prophetic flow of, you know, minstrels to play music. I love someone that could play me some good keyboard and the cymbals on the drums. I love someone that could do deep, good worship. And when I say worship in terms of singing, not just singing songs that other people sing, but I love working with people that can sing new songs, receive new songs on spot. I love that. That will put me in a place where deliverance is at its highest. Deliverance, prophetic, the seer is at its highest, but I don't need all of that to flow. Yeah, we'll talk about it some other time. But those are some questions that I had for today. If you guys have any other questions, I want you to go ahead and put it down below. I want to do something real quickly. Let me do my, where can I find this? Yeah, so thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. Please be sure to go ahead and subscribe. We are at 300 and something subscribers. We absolutely want to get to the 4,000. We're at 386 subscribers. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please share the video, guys. Share the videos as much as you can. Subscribe multiple times. Like the video. Share the videos on your Instagram story, your Facebook, with your friends, your family. Ask them to go ahead and support and subscribe. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at prophetess_Beckford, and always pay attention to my main channel, which is Shanique Beckford Ministries, for all your prophetic teaching that you can grow in the prophetic, your ministry, your calling, etc. Thank you guys again for watching. God bless you and have a beautiful rest of the day to you.